Hello everyone, Philip from BlackBull Markets here, update on WTI. This is the weekly time frame, so we'll do a bit of an in-depth analysis on what is going on here. So we did have that nice push up, so we see a lot of things moving to the upside. We see gold, silver, now we even see the US stocks go up. Now usually if gold drops we see the stocks, if gold drops we see stock goes up, and they kind of work against each other, but now we see everything is going up. So people are starting to trade again as this coronavirus starts to slowly die, especially in countries like New Zealand. But coming back to the technicals, we saw that consolidation zone, we saw that break to the upside, and we're heading to this sort of resistance. We did see the nice, again the gap got filled, it's now pushed further beyond it, so we do see potential targets of these wicks, of these previous candles. Looking to the left, we saw it offer a previous support, again support, and we see more sort of supports coming up on this side, and again back over here. Now if we do hit this sort of resistance zone, I've got it already charted up on here. On our charts we've got a 44.748. Now looking at this section over here, we saw a nice candle rejecting it. We saw that next green candle rejecting it, also that rerun previously rejecting it. So if we see this rejection, we could see this candle push up, form something like this, and again the next one maybe push back down for a fake out, and then obviously retest the zone and back to the downside. So that's sort of the fake out idea that we have if it does get rejected there. But if oil continues to go to the upside, what we could see, ideally we'd like to see something like this. We saw this candle close, hopefully, and then we see the next one kind of open on that zone, retest into this area, and start pushing back higher. Now obviously this is a long-term time frame, so you need to play your cards very carefully. As you do know, swap on oil is horrendous, to put it simple. So be very careful if you do decide to play like that. But looking for targets, if we can see we had a bit of resistance back here. Now looking further to the left, we saw it offered support and starting to dip into that consolidation zone. So once we reach here, a short-term place could be pretty ideal for day traders, because inside here we kind of have nice, quick, clean targets. Dropping to the lower-term time frames, we do see a nice sort of internal support / resistance in here, and there's a lot of room to play around with that. Now, however, if we do start to reject on this area, let's say for example we get a next candle pushing up, and we see sort of similar patterns to this side, we could potentially see it reject that zone and maybe start a consolidation zone here. We haven't really seen that, we just saw this area as a nice clean movement zone, so hopefully that's where we can get to that push the upside until we dip into here. Now longer term time frames, we could potentially see gold push back to these highs. Now this was a very freak sort of crash. We saw everything kind of starting with oil started going down, and then everything else started crashing as well. So hopefully in long-term time frames we can see oil come back up in here. Won't be good for your fuel prices, but that's fine. So if you trade, hedge your fuel on oil. Stay tuned, trade safe.